So everything is already pre-shuffled, and I will go ahead and go with whatever comes out right now for your love tarot reading. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in Aries. So right here we have a Ten of Swords, and it's right side up. There's a silver lining, as you can see, a portal, an opening. All hope is not lost. Obviously this card signals into cycles, endings. So maybe that's something that you are experiencing or have experienced. So let's go ahead and see what this Ten of Swords is. And the Ten of Swords here is going to either represent something that's coming or already has. So let's see if maybe, oh, wow. So we have the Queen of Swords coming up. So this is going to be a more air energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. And this energy is talking about cutting things off, cutting things out, speaking, and communication. So let's see, when it comes to these ones right here, let's see what's going on with this communication. So it looks like a cycle has already transitioned or is about to transition. And what's happening is there is a conversation of some sort, or you standing your ground. So there's something about you standing your ground in this situation, something about boundaries being set. Let's go ahead and see what the next card is that comes out in this cycle that has closed, but then this communication that is occurring. So we have your Six of Swords, and with the Six of Swords, we have some sort of movement happening. Okay, so this movement, there's some sort of conversation or some boundaries that were set. Something where you put your foot down and you said no more. Or the relationship has some sort of boundaries that have been set, a cycle closed out, and there's some boundaries that have been set, and now there's some sense of moving on. This could even be moving forward to continuing on the cycle that has closed out. You're continuing on the momentum from that cycle. So the cycle closed out, boundaries were set, something was said, things became very clear. And you're continuing on this path of that understanding that you have about this newfound clarity. So let's see what else comes out. So yes, we have the World. You are working on your happiness. You're working on your own happiness, and you're developing this new sense of achievement, this new sense of, you know, I'm going to do something for myself. What can I do for myself? So something closed out, you know, whether it's completely finished or not, something for the most part closed out, and very clear boundaries were set, and a sense of moving on into what can I have in this world for myself? What can I do for myself? All right. So what we're going to do now is figure out how your person feels about you and how you feel about your person. So let's start with how your person feels about you. Okay, yes, that stopped, hopefully. So how does Aries person, the collective Aries person, feel about them? You know what's funny? Last time I did your reading for the first part of this month, I got interrupted by something as well. So I'm not sure if that means anything, but I'm going to have to pause it right there, and I'll be right back. All right, so thank you so much for being patient. So now, from this energy that we already have established for the overall theme of the reading, which is you moving forward in your own direction, we're going to go ahead and see, how does your person see you? How do you see your person? How do you feel about them? What is the likely path that's likely to ensue between you two? All right. So let's go ahead and figure out, how does your person feel about you? Okay, confused. This one just popped out. Burden released. These are the transitioning energies, let me tell you. So this is from whenever this focal point of the problem happened. These are the developing energies, okay? We next have the Chariot. They feel positive about you. So it's going from confused to, and please forgive all the sweat. It was like 108 degrees today, so yeah. So we have this, and then we have, and it's interesting because we actually have 2 sevens. So 7s are very, spiritual. They're very quiet numbers, okay? But it's like they have feelings for you, okay? They definitely have feelings for you. And this, progression of, it's like there's this progression of trying to understand those feelings. So there's definitely this progression of trying to understand what these feelings are. And I think they're wondering whether they should move forward with these feelings that they are having for you. Okay, so we have the way that they feel about you. Now we're going to go into how you feel about them. We will clarify and then see what's going to happen. So right now it seems very positive in the way that they are feeling about you, Aries. So let's see, how do you perceive your person? How are you feeling about your person with the 7 of Cups energy? How are you feeling about your person? How are you feeling? How's Aries feeling? Divine guidance, please. Oh, wow. Okay. So we have the Ace of Cups. Now, when they were confused, I mean, gosh, really, like when they were confused, you were more sure about what you wanted to give them. You knew what you wanted to give them. You had a sense of this, sorry, I have like an eyelash in my eye or hair. I have like an animal hair, and then there's stuff going on in the other room. It's interesting because the last reading last time, like I was saying, was just there was a lot of distractions. So anyway, we'll see what that means. So we have, you were loving them while they were confused. Now this developing thing is like the way that they started to feel with this confusion is like, you know what? I don't know what to do about it. I'm just going to let the burden go, right? And so with this burden that's been released from their perception, and with this progression of time where it's been coming out of the cycle, the focal point of the crisis, the Queen of Swords, those boundaries, something got set, something got realized on your part. And, or that could even be a determination of things that happened. And then this sort of moving forward, moving on, going on your own path. And then the world is kind of like, I'm not going to sit there. I'm going to do my own thing. I'm in the middle of a tarot reading. I'm so sorry. Again, I feel like we keep getting interrupted, and I've told everybody, like, please. So I'm so sorry. I apologize. Okay. So, but we're really on a good theme here. This story is making a lot of sense. So please bear with me. Thank you. So yes, the theme of this reading is moving forward, moving on, because you're doing what's best for you, and that's what you have to do. However, you had love and for this person when they were confused about their options. I mean, they were confused about, all of their options, and they decided they wanted to release the burden and they didn't want to try anymore, right? They didn't want to try anymore. They had an inability to, work on the problems. And so let's see how you felt about it when they were like, when you were like, I'm offering my cup. I mean, what are they doing? The message is very clear. So we have the Page of Swords right here. So when they dropped the burden, this put a lot of conflict on you, a lot of, what move do I make? What do I do in this situation? Like, I want to say you almost started putting your guard up. And just really wondering what was happening, what was going on. If social media is involved, I mean, maybe there's some sense of, that element going on as well. If not, then, this is like you saying, you know what, I'm going to make my mark on the world. I'm not going, if you're going to release me, but I think this is also like being very concerned about why this person would release the burden. So the burden got released and you decided to make a choice, however hard it was, to go ahead and move forward. So while you are deciding to move forward, the next feeling is the Chariot for your person. So let's see how you are feeling as he's or she is going to be developing these Chariot wanting to move forward feelings. Okay, so it's coming from a confusing place to seeing the light. And let's go ahead. So this is coming right out. Page of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. So this is really interesting, okay? So right as your person wants to move forward and potentially work things out, you're kind of like, you don't know. You just got, your Page of Swords up. You're like, I don't know. I don't know if this is something I want to do. Like, you kind of screwed me over. And, we have this energy of them potentially wanting to move forward with you. There's a lot of love in the relationship. But then you kind of like, I don't know. Like, you're kind of like, I'm working on myself now. But there's still the hope that you have that things could potentially work out because you have that love in your heart and soul. Okay, so now that we know how you guys feel about each other, we're going to do a past, present, future on how the situation is most likely to develop. So what is the past of this situation with Aries? What is the past of this situation with Aries? Please, Spirit, give me, I'll take this one and this one and this one and this one and this one. Oh my gosh, and this one. Okay, I'm just gonna take all of them. Oh my gosh. Okay, all right. The story got set just now. All right, I'm just gonna tell you how it is. Because I wasn't going to, because I was like, oh, I don't wanna, take too many. And I actually, usually when I flip them, some tarot readers will flip them like they'll go like this. I generally just go like this, but for some reason this time, oh, and look, what's right there is the Page of Cups. All right, sunshine. The sun is shining. The sun is shining. The sun is shining. So I don't even know where to begin because I'm just so excited about what I'm seeing, okay? Okay, I'm just gonna say it. A shock is going to come in, some sort of shock, okay? Where, what you wanted to offer this person in the past, okay, was this, okay? And I mean, there's actually the shock that happened in the past, okay? But this shock that's about to happen is this tower, okay? And it's not a bad tower. This is a good tower because what happens next is this moving forward. Remember, the choice is always yours. The boundaries have been set. So if you choose to get back with this person, you guys could potentially be in a healthier space. And then we have this sun right here coming in. I mean, this is a lot of happy energy. And this is all right side up. Let me mind you, which is, interesting for all that to be. And then the star. I mean, how much better is that, right? But really, let me just summarize it by saying the wait is over. The wait will be over. The ships have come in. The waiting is over. The waiting is over. Okay, so the Two of Pentacles, the choice, there's a choice to be made. A choice has been made. There's this waiting that's happening, that the waiting is done. There will be an offer of love and communication. Let's go ahead and pull an inspirational card from the Cosmic Slumber. Okay, so we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so what this is telling me is that you needn't depend on this person coming back. You gotta focus on your own wealth. Because it's weird how the universe works, but it's like right when we move on from something, things tend to come back and want us, or there's just desire in independence. And so when you start working on your own self, you'll start to notice all sorts of, positive things happening in your life. So if you have enjoyed this reading, please like and subscribe. I really do appreciate it. And I will talk to you next time, Aries. Thank you so much. Bye.